friends, welcome to the next episode of App Guide. In this episode, we will be solving some important problems on profit and loss. I am suggesting you to watch the videos on each topic in sequence for better understanding. So, we will go straight away to the questions. Ninth question is, a man purchased some eggs at 3-4 rupees 5 and sold them at 4-4 rupees 12. Thus gained rupees 144 in all. Find the number of eggs bought by him. So in this question they are telling that a man purchased some eggs at 3-4 rupees 5, which means a man purchased some eggs in such a way that the cost price for 3 eggs is 5. Okay. Then they are telling that he sold them at 4-4 rupees 12, which means he sold them in such a way that the selling price for 4 eggs is 12. Okay. And the overall gain is given as 144. We need to find out the number of eggs bought by him. Okay. So there is a shortcut method to find it. But before going to the shortcut method, let me explain you the concept behind this. Okay. So in this question, they are telling that the cost price for 3 eggs is rupees 5. And the selling price for 4 eggs is 12. Okay. So first what we need to do is, we need to make this number of eggs same. Okay. So in order to make the number of eggs same, we need to multiply this 3 by 4 and this 4 by 3. Okay. Then this will become 12 and this will also become 12. So in this method we can make the number of eggs same. Okay. Now since you multiplied this 3 by 4, this 5 also should be multiplied by 4. Okay. So when we are multiplying this 4 by 3, we need to multiply this 12 also by 3. Okay. Now we can write this as the cost price for 12 eggs is 20 and the selling price for 4 into 3, that is 12 eggs is 12 into 3, that is 36 rupees. Okay. Now here the number of eggs is 12. Okay. Number of eggs is equal to 12 and the cost price is 20. Okay. Cost price for 12 eggs is 20 and the selling price for this 12 eggs is equal to 36. Okay. Now what is the profit? If selling price is 36, cost price is 20, what will be the profit? Profit will be equal to selling price minus cost price, that is 36 minus 20, that is equal to 16. Okay. So when the number of eggs is 12, the profit is 16. Okay. But in the question, the profit is given as 144. Okay. So if the number of eggs is 12, the profit is 16. So when the profit is 144, what is the number of eggs? Okay. So consider this as x. So this we can find it out by cross multiplying. Since the number of eggs and profit are directly proportional, we can do cross multiplying. Okay. So that is 12 into 144. 12 into 144 is equal to x into 16. Okay. So from this x will be equal to 12 into 144 divided by 16, that is equal to 108. So the total number of eggs is equal to 108. Okay. Now in order to find this selling price, cost price and number of eggs, there is a shortcut method. Okay. Now let us see what is the shortcut method to find out the selling price, cost price and the number of eggs. Okay. So for that, first you write like this: cost price for 3 eggs is 5, selling price for 4 eggs is 12. Okay. Now on multiplying this 3 by this 12, you will get the selling price. Okay. So selling price will be equal to 3 into 12, that is 36. Okay. Now in order to get this cost price, multiply this 4 by this 5. Okay. So on multiplying this 4 by this 5, you will get the cost price. So cost price will be equal to 4 into 5, that is 20. Okay. Now, in order to get the number of eggs, just multiply this 3 and this 4. Okay. So, number of eggs will be equal to 3 into 4, that is 12. Okay. So, now you can do the same procedure which we have done it. Okay. Now, selling price is 36, cost price is 20 for 12 eggs. Okay. Then what will be the profit? Profit will be equal to 36 minus 20, that is 16. Okay. So, the profit for 12 eggs is 16. Then what will be the number of eggs when the profit is 144? Okay. On finding this, you will get the answer as 108. Okay. The next question is, a man bought some oranges at 2 4 rupees 5 and sold them at a rate of 3 4 rupees 7. What is his percentage of loss? So in this question they are telling that a man bought some oranges at 2 4 rupees 5, which means he bought some oranges in such a way that the cost price of 2 oranges is 5. Okay. And then they are telling that he sold them at a rate of 3 4 rupees 7. Okay. So he sold them in such a way that the selling price of 3 oranges is 7. Okay. Now we can find out the cost price and selling price very easily. Okay. So what will be the selling price? Selling price will be equal to 2 into 7, that is 14. Then what is the cost price? Cost price is equal to 3 into 5. Okay. So cost price is equal to 3 into 5, that is 15. Now here cost price is greater than selling price. So he had a loss. Okay. Now what is the loss? Loss is equal to cost price minus selling price, that is 15 minus 14, that is equal to 1. We need to find out the loss percentage. So loss percentage is equal to loss by cost price into 100, that is equal to loss is 1 and cost price is 15 into 100. So that is equal to 62 by 3 percentage. So this is the answer. The next question is, a person bought some toffees at the rate of 6 per rupee. He bought same number of other type of toffees at 4 per rupee. He mixes both the types and sells at 10 for 2 rupees and bears a loss of 4 rupees. Find how many toffees were bought by him. So in this question they are telling that a person bought 2 types of toffees. Okay. The first type of toffees were bought in such a way that the cost price of 6 toffees is 1 rupee. Okay. And the second type of toffees were bought in such a way that the cost price of 4 toffees is 1 rupee. Okay. Then they are telling that he mixes both these types and sells them in such a way that the selling price of 10 toffees is 2 rupees. Okay. He bears a loss of 4 rupees. We need to find out how many toffees were bought by him. Okay. So here the selling price is given after mixing the toffees. So we need to consider the cost price also after mixing the toffees. Okay. So for that we need to add the number of toffees as well as the cost price in both the cases. Okay. But before adding this both, we need to make the number of toffees same in both the cases. Okay. Because it is given that he bought same number of toffees in the first case as well as in the second case. Okay. So we can make this number of toffees same by multiplying this 6 by this 4. Okay. And multiplying this 4 by this 6. Okay. But when we are multiplying this 6 by 4, we need to multiply this 1 also by 4. And when we are multiplying this 4 by 6, we need to multiply this 1 also by 6. Okay. Now we will get the first type of toffees were bought in such a way that the cost price of 24 toffees is rupees 4. Okay. And the second type of toffees were bought in such a way that the cost price of 24 toffees is 6 rupees. Okay. Now we have made the number of toffees same. Okay. Now we can add this both. On adding this both, we will get the cost price of 48 toffees is rupees 10. Okay. And those toffees after mixing were sold in such a way that the selling price of 10 toffees is rupees 2. Okay. Now we can find out the selling price and cost price by cross multiplying. Okay. So what will be the selling price? Selling price will be equal to 48 into 2, that is 96. What will be the cost price? Cost price will be equal to 10 into 10, that is 100. Okay. So here the cost price is greater than selling price, so he bears a loss. Okay. And the loss will be equal to cost price minus selling price, that is 100 minus 96, that is 4. Okay. Now let us find out what is the total number of toffees. So total number of toffees can be found out by multiplying this both. Okay. So the total number of toffees will be equal to 48 into 10, that is 480. Okay. Now in the question also the loss is given as 4, and here also we got the loss as 4. Hence the number of toffees will be also equal to 480. And so this is the answer. The next question is, Anil bought some oranges at 2 for 1 rupee and an equal number at 5 for 2 rupees and sells the whole at 4 for 3 rupees. What is his gain or loss percentage? So in this question they are telling that Anil bought some oranges in such a way that the cost price of 2 oranges is rupee 1. Then he bought an equal number of oranges in such a way that the cost price of 5 oranges is 2 rupees. Okay. Then they are telling that he sold the whole in such a way that the selling price of 4 oranges is 3 rupees. Okay. So we need to find out his gain or loss percentage. So here the selling price is given for the whole oranges. So we need to consider the cost price also for the whole oranges. Okay. So for that we need to add this number of oranges as well as this cost price. Okay. So before adding we need to make this number of oranges same, because it is given that he bought equal number of oranges in the first case as well as in the second case. Okay. So in order to make this same we need to multiply this 2 by this 5 and this 5 by this 2. Okay. Now when we are multiplying this 2 by 5 we need to multiply this 1 also by 5. Okay. When we are multiplying this 5 by 2 we need to multiply this 2 also by 2. Okay. Now the first type of oranges were bought in such a way that the cost price of 10 oranges is rupees 5. Okay. And the second type of oranges were bought in such a way that the cost price of 10 oranges is rupees 4. Okay. Now we have made the number of oranges same. Now we can add this both. Okay. So on adding this both we will get the cost price of 20 oranges as rupees 9. Okay. And here it is given that the selling price of 4 oranges is rupees 3. Okay. Now from this we can find out the selling price and cost price by cross multiplying. Okay. So the selling price will be equal to 20 into 3, that is 60, and the cost price will be equal to 4 into 9, that is 36. Okay. So here selling price is greater than cost price, so the person will be having profit. Okay. And that profit will be equal to selling price minus cost price, that is 60 minus 36, that will be equal to 24. Okay. We need to find out the profit percentage. Profit percentage is equal to profit by cost price into 100, that is 24 by 36 into 100. So on solving this you will get the answer as 66 2 by 3 percentage. Okay. So the profit percentage is this. The next question is, Manu bought apples at the rate of 7 for a rupee and sold them at a profit of 40%. How many apples would a customer get for 3 rupees? So in this question they are telling that Manu bought some apples in such a way that the cost price of 7 apples is rupee 1. Okay. Then he sold them at a profit of 40%. We need to find out the number of apples a customer get for 3 rupees. Okay. So we need to find out the number of apples sold by Manu for 3 rupees, so that he get a profit of 40%. Okay. So let us assume that he sold the apples in such a way that selling price of X apples is rupees 3. Okay. Now we can find out the selling price and cost price by cross multiplying. Okay, so selling price will be equal to 7 into 3, that is 21. Okay, and the cost price will be equal to x into 1, that is x. Okay, here profit percentage is given. So what will be the profit here? Profit will be equal to selling price minus cost price, that is 21 minus x. Okay, so profit percentage is given as 40, and we know that profit percentage is equal to profit by cost price into 100. Okay, so on substituting all the values in this formula, we will get 40 is equal to profit is 21 minus x and cost price is x into 100. Okay, so on solving this, 4x is equal to 210 minus 10x. So on solving this, we will get the x value as 15. Okay, so he need to sell 15 apples for rupees 3 to get 40% profit. Okay, so this is the answer. The next question is, a man bought a number of clips at 3 for a rupee and an equal number at 2 for a rupee. At what price per dozen should he sell them to make a profit of 20%? So in this question they are telling that a man bought some number of clips in such a way that the cost price of 3 clips is rupee 1. Okay, then he bought same number of clips in such a way that the cost price of 2 clips is rupee 1. Okay, we need to find out at what price per dozen should he sell to make a profit of 20%. Okay, so we need to find out the selling price of 12 clips. Okay, so that he makes a profit percentage of 20. Okay, so let us consider that he sold the clips in such a way that the selling price of 12 clips is x rupees. Okay, so here we are having the selling price of 12 number of clips. So we need to consider the cost price also for 12 number of clips. Okay, so first we need to make the number of clips same in both the cases, because it is given that he bought equal number of clips in both the cases. Okay, so this we can make by multiplying this 3 by 2 and this 1 by 2. Okay, and multiply this 2 by this 3 and this 1 also by 3. Okay, then we can say that he bought the first type of clip in such a way that the cost price of 6 clips is 2 rupees. Okay, and he bought the second type of clips in such a way that the cost price of 6 clips is 3 rupees. Okay, now we have made the number of clips same, so we can add this both. Okay, so on adding this both, we will get the cost price of 12 clips as 5 rupees. Okay, and we have written here the selling price of 12 clips as x rupees. Okay, so here the number of clips is same for cost price and selling price, so we can directly consider the cost price as 5 and selling price as this x. Okay, so here the profit percentage is given. So what will be the profit? Profit will be equal to SP minus CP, that is x minus 5. Okay, we know that profit percentage is equal to profit by cost price into 100. Okay, so profit percentage is 20, that is equal to profit that we found it as x minus 5 by cost price, that is 5 into 100. Okay, so on solving this, we will get x minus 5 is equal to 1, and from this x will be equal to 6. Okay, so rupees 6 is the answer. Okay, so he can buy 12 clips at rupees 6 so as to get 20% profit. The next question is, if 8 books bought at prices ranging from rupees 200 to rupees 350 are sold at prices ranging from rupees 300 to rupees 425, what is the greatest possible profit obtained for all the 8 books? So in this question they are telling that 8 books were bought at prices ranging from rupees 200 to rupees 350. Okay, so the cost price of 8 books ranges from rupees 200 to rupees 350. Okay, and they were sold at prices ranging from rupees 300 to rupees 425. Okay, so the selling prices ranges from rupees 300 to rupees 425. Okay, so they are asking what is the greatest possible profit obtained for all the 8 books. Okay, so the greatest possible profit is obtained when all 8 books are bought at least cost price. Okay, and all the 8 books are sold at highest selling price. Okay, so when the cost price is the least and the selling price is the highest, at that time the person will get the maximum profit. Okay, so which is the least cost price? That is 200. And which is the highest selling price? That is 425. Okay, when all the 8 books are bought at the least cost price, that is 200, and when all the 8 books are sold at the highest selling price, that is rupees 425, the person will get the maximum profit. Okay, so if the cost price of one book is 200, then the cost price of 8 books will be equal to 200 into 8. Okay, that is equal to rupees 1600. Okay, and if the selling price of one book is 425, then the selling price of 8 books will be equal to 425 into 8. Okay, that will be equal to rupees 3400. Okay, so the cost price is rupees 1600 and the selling price is rupees 3400. Then what will be the profit? Profit is equal to selling price minus cost price, that is 3400 minus 1600. Okay, that is equal to rupees 1800. So this is the answer. The next question is, a shopkeeper professes to sell his goods at cost price but uses a weight of 600 grams instead of 1 kg. What is his real gain percentage? Okay, so according to this question, this shopkeeper is a dishonest person. Okay, he professes to sell his goods at cost price. Okay, the shopkeeper is selling the goods at selling price equal to that of the cost price. Okay, but uses a weight of 600 grams instead of 1 kg. Okay, so in front of the customer he is using a weight of 1 kg but it is only of 600 grams. Okay, so here let us consider the cost price of 1 gram product as rupee 1. Okay, here selling price is equal to cost price, hence the selling price of 1 gram product will be also equal to rupee 1. Okay, the amount of goods going from the shopkeeper's hand is 600 grams. Okay, but he is getting the money of 1000 grams. Okay, so the amount of goods going from the shopkeeper's hand is 600 grams, which means the cost price of the shopkeeper is of 600 grams. Okay, the cost price of 1 gram is 1. Then the cost price of 600 gram will be equal to 600 into 1, that is rupees 600. Okay, now the shopkeeper is getting the money of 1000 gram. The customer is paying him for 1000 gram, which means the selling price of the shopkeeper is of 1000 gram. Okay, selling price of 1 gram is 1. Then the selling price of 1000 gram will be equal to 1000 into 1, that is rupees 1000. Okay, now what will be the profit? Profit is equal to selling price minus cost price, that is 1000 minus 600, that is 400. Now what will be the profit percentage? Profit percentage is equal to profit is 400 by CP. CP is 600 into 100. Okay, so on solving this you will get the answer as 66 2/3 percentage. Okay, so the profit percentage is 66 2/3 percentage. So whenever you get this type of problems, you can directly take this 600 as the cost price and this 1000 gram as the selling price. Okay, then you can solve for the profit percentage. Okay, so instead of writing all these steps, directly take this as the cost price and this as the selling price. Okay, so this will save the valuable time in your exams. The next question is, a dishonest dealer uses a scale of 90 cm instead of a meter scale and claims to sell at cost price. What is his profit percentage? So this question is similar to that of the previous one. Okay. So here the dishonest dealer uses a scale of 90 centimeter instead of a meter scale. Okay. Which means he uses a scale of 90 centimeter instead of 100 centimeter. Okay. So let us directly take the cost price as 90 and the selling price as rupees 100. Okay. So what will be the profit? Profit is equal to selling price minus cost price, that is 100 minus 90, that is equal to 10. Then what will be the profit percentage? Profit percentage is equal to profit by cost price into 100, that is 10 by 90 into 100. Okay. So on solving this, you will get the answer as 11 1 by 9 percentage. Okay. So the profit is 11 and 1 by 9 percentage. So this is the answer. The next question is, a shopkeeper buys some eggs at the rate of rupees 16 per dozen. Due to mishandling, 20% of the eggs bought were broken during the transportation. At what rate per dozen should he sell remaining eggs so as to gain 30% on the total cost? So in this question they are telling that a shopkeeper buys some eggs at the rate of rupees 16 per dozen. Okay. So due to mishandling, 20% of the eggs were broken. Okay. So let us consider the cost price of the total eggs as 100. Okay. So 20% of the eggs were broken due to mishandling, which means we need to consider the cost price of 80% of eggs only. Okay. So if the cost price of total eggs is 100, then what will be the cost price of 80% of eggs? That will be 80. Okay. So we need to consider the cost price as 80. Okay. Now they are telling that we need to find out the selling price of the eggs per dozen so that he get a profit of 30%. Okay. He should get a profit of 30% on the total cost. Okay. So total cost is 100 and profit percentage is 30. Then what should be his selling price? Selling price should be 100 plus 30, that is 130. Okay. Now when the cost price is 80, selling price is 130. Okay. But in the question the cost price per dozen is given as 16. Okay. We need to find out the selling price per dozen. Okay. So this we can find out by cross multiplying. Okay. So the selling price per dozen will be equal to 16 into 130 divided by this 80. Okay. So on solving this you will get it as rupees 26. So this is the answer.